Welcome to the Sleepy C and Big D Show.
Hello, welcome to our first broadcast here, the Sleepy C Big D Show, the show that's about nothing, regarding nothing, talking about nothing, for anyone that enjoys mindless rants and offending just about everyone. With me is
Sleepy C.
And this is Big D, and so here we go, episode number 1 of just about nothing to talk about. So what we're going to do today, since we're kicking off this first episode on the week of Thanksgiving, just kind of going through the entire Black Friday, Thanksgiving ordeal, and as you
families,
said
fun, and frights.
How we were ruined by our families and the holiday event itself.
For the record, I'd like to say I haven't been ruined quite yet. I still have a little bit of life left for that to happen. Broken, though, was the term I used.
Broken.
Yes, broken.
Yeah. Well, the stores have already started their Christmas shopping and everything, so there is no Thanksgiving holiday anymore unless you work for a supermarket at that point. But Lowe's, Home Depot, I think it was even before Halloween, they already had Christmas lights set up.
This is like a love-hate thing here. Don't get me wrong. I love the Christmas spirit. I enjoy all of that. To be honest, I feel like I'm very Grinch-like in the fact that I'm just not a fan of the people that I will undoubtedly run into here, there, and everywhere. Yes, Dr. Seuss referencing for you. But that being said, I think that there's an appropriate time to start putting up the Christmas things, and I think that day comes after Thanksgiving. But that's me, and that's me on my traditional side. Let's delve into the fact that I don't actually uphold any other Thanksgiving traditions. Our family used to do gatherings. Now, it's kind of like a free-for-all of, who may have some decent food. In my family, we know that's no one.
Well, the main thing is that always brings up the argument. We're going to my family's house. No, we're going to my family's house. You have to decide. You have to flip a coin. You have to take turns. The divorced children have to decide which side they're going to.
Oh, that's the fucking worst. I can attest for that one firsthand.
And so that's your main thing. It's like, here comes the holidays. Okay, was it my turn or was it his turn? I don't remember. At
what point do you not have to fucking go anywhere? Because I thought that time came when you had a home of your own. But that's not actually factual. And for the record, the whole deciding between the parents, that was always an easy one for me personally. I know for our listeners that we don't actually fucking have yet, but we will. You guys don't know this, but my mother is not a cook. But I was going to say, Big D is well aware that my mother is, she's not known for cooking. She's known for many things, but cooking is not one of them. That being said,
DoorDash is her favorite friend.
DoorDash is huge right now with my mom.
Speed dial.
It's like a fucking, I don't know, as we go further and further and things are advancing with technology, not only are it's just crazy. We're becoming more reliant on it, but it's like a necessity for some people. It's almost like they've been waiting their whole lives for these things to be this way. And now that they are that way, it's perfect setup for them.
And what you're going to learn with Sleepy is that she very quickly gets off topic and then goes deep down the rabbit hole.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's my job to basically corral her, bring her back up, and harpoon her back onto the fact that we're talking about Thanksgiving and she's off on Uber Eats.
Hey, this is true. Well, you know what? Are we really that far from the subject? We are going into a holiday that really everyone obsesses over the food that we all fucking eat that's the same. Everyone's going to fucking post pictures of it all week long, of all the things that they can't wait to eat. Then the day of, they're going to post it all day long of everything that they are, indulging in. And it's going to be the same shit.
Yeah, it's nothing special. I mean, it's turkey. Everyone has turkey every day
turkey,
of the week. So
yeah,
who
turkey sandwiches. Turkey sandwiches every day. The only difference now is you get the whole fucking bird this time. And it's stuffed, which is always a really weird situation. Like, I've been accompanied, or I've been in the presence of the stuffing of the bird on many occasions, and it never gets less weird. It's always, it seems real awkward and uncomfortable. Like, thank God the bird's dead. Like, that's all I gotta say.
I mean, who thought about that? And let's strip down a bird and just shove something up its ass.
Shove stuff up its ass and then eat it.
And now we shove other birds up its ass.
Do you think that maybe that's how people got onto this super big hype of eating ass? Like, they're just like, well, we do it with the turkey anyways. Let's move on up.
I mean, who knows at that point? Let's find someone for a future episode of eating ass out of a turkey.
Yeah. Well, I mean, would we have to maybe call somebody on that just eats ass, like, of humans, too, to compare? Like, maybe they can give us, like, a Q&A on the comparisons between person versus dead bird.
True, and then we'll make we'll have to make a note at the end that no turkeys were hurt in the making of this episode.
Right. Well, not any more hurt than they were prior to us picking them up from the store.
Sodomized by
and then okay. With stuffing that isn't even good. Do you like stuffing? I fucking don't even like it.
I don't.
I'm not a fan. It's dry,
it's
usually.
It's called stuffing for a reason. I mean, you stuff it in the bird's ass.
Into the bird, yeah. And is that supposed to be for the flavor content? Because, I mean, again, my mother didn't cook. Let me just remind everybody.
I can boil water.
I have a lot of questions on many matters. I don't know I'm lucky enough to know which end of the bird we're supposed to be stuffing, if you know what I'm saying here,
I'm just fortunate that they invented the microwave.
Yeah, no,
so when it comes to
that's
cooking,
a blessing.
you're definitely asking the
That's
wrong person.
It's slowly killing us all, but it is a blessing. Like, what would we do without the convenience to quickly nuke food up to intolerable heat,
Correct.
only on the exterior, but a frigid ice prison on the inside?
I just want your hot pocket. I just want to make sure that I can get it boiling hot, and then keep that little centerpiece that's nice and cold to cool down my tongue after I burn it.
I was just gonna say it's used to thaw your tongue or to soften the tongue after it's been just scalded off that whole first layer, and then you just add ice.
So on Thanksgiving, do you have a plan?
I don't currently. I honestly, I want to say that
now,
we're going to be...
do you have the whole family calling you? Because, being...
Nobody's fucking calling me. Nobody gives a shit.
Well, no one likes you, so,
Nobody...
but if, your typical family, you would think that you're probably getting phone calls from the dad, the stepdad, the mom, the cousin, the sisters, the brothers.
What's the wildest thing is today, I got a call from my sister that she had received a call from my dad who wants to know how I'm doing. But he didn't call me. He did kind of go a roundabout way to get the information. So hence the reason for my sister's call, to check in on me and see how I'm doing. That way she could in turn take that information back to my dad, thus avoiding all just direct contact and still getting the answers that he needs.
Well, maybe they assume, being newlywed, that you're going to spend it with your new family.
That's literally, that was what he was like. So what do they do? Do they do lesbian things? And she was just like, what the fuck? They do all the same thing. It's not like they just got married. Like, that's the only thing that changed. She was a lesbian for the last 3 years too.
She still eats turkey.
Yeah, turkey for sure,
right.
Definitely. Unfortunately stuffed, but it's fine. So my sister proceeds to give my dad a list of the 5 things that she says I do. She says all she does is she goes to work. Let's start from the beginning. This is a direct quote, mind you. She goes, let's start from the beginning. She wakes up late every day and then goes to work and she eats and she drinks Modelo and she goes to sleep. And now she's married. That's what she said. She's like, it's all the same. They don't do like extra things now that they're
wake up, follow, repeat.
Yeah, it's the same fucking thing every day, Dad. It's nothing different, nothing to be.
Holiday, no holiday, doesn't matter.
So
throw in a little extra food for the holiday and she's good.
Yeah, that's really all I need. Pie. In fact, you know what? That's one thing that will be on the menu. I don't give a shit where we end up. I will end up with pie. It doesn't matter in what order it comes in. If I eat that first thing in the morning on Thanksgiving and then follow suit with various other pies, of course, throughout the day.
Perfect.
But
we're still talking about Thanksgiving?
Yes, and
okay,
and pies in general.
I didn't know if we were talking. We forgot on the lesbian thing.
Well, we did touch on that just for a moment. Is that inappropriate to say?
Well, no. I just wanted to clarify for the listeners and myself. We know the pies that we're talking about.
And myself.
But the main thing
yes.
is that so we do
Would
have
some
kind of a plan.
Is it still confusing if I say fruit pie? That does make it still confusing, right?
That's better, but pie is pie. So,
yeah, that's true.
That's a whole another thing to come. But so you have no
plans. So no call from my dad. Well, no direct call from my dad. That would be for all technical purposes for those listening. Not yet, of course. That would be my stepdad. My biological father has not yet called me, although I actually am in debt to him a phone call currently. My mother will be spending her week, and I say week because she'll be leaving, I believe, tomorrow, for Yosemite to stay in the cabins where there will be no cell phone service, and thus I will not have to hear from her for the week.
And obviously room service of some sort.
Nope, not at all. They're packing up all the animals, and they will just be secluding themselves out in the middle of the Yosemite. They'll have a cabin. It's offered through her company. It's a sister company, if you will.
Oh.
So it's actually pretty sweet. We've been there. It's nice. I suppose one could say we've holidayed there.
Fabulous.
If we were European.
Yeah.
On holiday. Friends.
Now, what about your wife's side? Are you going to go something with her family then?
I guarantee it. That's almost like a 98%. Only because, I just don't know what we're going to do. We did discuss possibly going somewhere. I had originally made plans with my biological father and my just my brother and my sister. My other brother is not in town. But we did discuss going to Pismo possibly, but then I found out that it turns out that that's probably the worst time to go, because I guess everyone goes there, which I had no idea.
Everyone else with no family.
Well, that's what I thought, and I was just like, because I don't go on these travels, so
Right.
I was like, well, maybe we can go during that week. It seems great. I'll have the time off. It'll be fantastic. Yeah. Wrong. They were like, that's the worst time to go. Everyone's going to fucking be there. It's going to be packed. Great. Okay. So, just fuck me for trying, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure. I want to collectively bring us all together and do something harmonious that could also lead to injuries like sand duning. Yeah. Things like that. But no.
Well, good.
I choose the one fucking week in the world that's like the worst week to go. So.
Right, and that's the way it works. And then on our side is the complete opposite, where we wait to hear from the kids who's coming, who's not coming, and that.
And then it's a last-minute scramble to figure out how much food to make.
Are we even doing anything? Can I just make a reservation and go to Black Angus?
That's really what we all want to do.
I don't really like turkey. So,
and who the fuck wants to cook all day? Like, that's the one thing I'm grateful for, is that somebody's willing to do it, because I fucking can't. Again, that's a touchback on the fact that I have no cooking skills due to my mother not showing me anything in life. But those that can,
yeah,
bless you.
Yeah, exactly.
Bless your heart and soul.
Congratulations on.
I'm so grateful for my wife. She knows how to cook things. Thank God. Otherwise, I would probably just starve, or we'd probably eat a lot of like just crappy things. I'd basically go back to what I was doing.
Right.
Just eating unhealthily garbage and loving every minute of it, but dying slowly every time.
Every time.
Mm-hmm. So, to wrap that back up, basically we've come full circle on as many possible ways as we could to avoid the answer. Thanksgiving will most likely be spent with my wife's family, where I'll get to just fatten up nicely.
All right, and that's why Thanksgiving is Thanksgiving. What about Black Friday? Do you partake in the Black Friday?
You know what? I have. I'm not crazy about it. I've done it. And I'm not saying that I didn't make off with some great deals. A few times. That being said, is it fucking worth it? No. They have Cyber Monday.
I've never... Well, that's a new thing now. So, because, originally it was 4, 5, 6 a.m., I've never done it myself. My wife and my daughter did it just to say they did it, but there's no way I'm getting up that early to get a 50 cent off of a TV or $1 off a candy bar.
I have more of an issue, actually, with the fact that at least before it was reasonable. Not that that's fucking reasonable. I don't want to fucking get up. But at least it was reasonable times, and it was the next day. Now, in the middle of your fucking Thanksgiving dinner, people are leaving. They leave their families after telling all of their loved ones how much they are thankful for them and all their, support and how they don't need anything else except for their family. And then they run out to kill other families to get the fucking, the big screen TV that's on sale.
I'm thankful for family. Oh, and we have to go because I need to save $1.
Yeah, and also on my way into Walmart, I plan on stampeding the person that works at the door so that I can get my foot in the door first and be first in line because I have 4 other stores to hit.
I love the new maps. Here's where everything is at. Here's where the TVs will be placed. Here's what this you can do a war strategy.
And they, it's even crazier too, is that they try to beat all this rush by, so the people that come to Best Buy and they fucking have camping tents, they're outside for days prior. That to me is like a whole. Did you take the fucking week off? I mean, so I guess I took the week off. I mean, and by that I mean I only took Thanksgiving Day and the day after. But that wouldn't be a substantial amount of time nowadays. Nowadays, you got to have from Monday off. That way you can start Monday, be in line at Best Buy with your fucking tent, a small campfire, and have a full setup, basically just to be there long enough that somebody gives you a voucher. They don't do, because of there's been deaths. There's been physical fucking deaths of people being trampled on, like, coming through the doorways. That's insane to me.
Right, and then what are you saving? I mean,
nothing if you're fucking dead.
Yeah, they have 3 TVs at the special price.
And the first 3 people in line get them, unless you're going to shank them, which I've seen happen.
I wouldn't doubt.
Yeah, it's a risky business out there. People don't give a shit.
I looked for the cherry gloss lipstick myself.
That's the American way. That's the American way, is to get what you want at the lowest rate possible.
Yes.
And you are willing to kill other people for it. That's fucking wild to me.
No longer Friday, Black Friday,
and again,
like you said. Now it's Thursday evening.
Not even a day after
the preview,
giving thanks.
The Black Friday preview is my new favorite commercial right now.
Oh my god, they've been running that for days now. I mean, I feel like right after Halloween, they were like, well, Black Friday's coming. Everybody's ready for it. I've been getting emails, everything. And of course, anything that I talk about that I'm slightly interested in, because, you know, the CIA has intel on my phone. Oh, yeah. Next thing you know, Alexa. I'm getting updates about those things. And they're just like, hey, didn't you say you need another Game Boy to add to your fucking collection of Game Boys that you don't play currently?
Right.
Yes, I did need one of those.
Who has time for that when you have to be standing in line?
Well, at least I'd have a Game Boy to fucking play while I'm in line.
True, but you won't save the $50 on it because if you already have it in line, you've already purchased it.
That's true.
But that's because you purchased it on the pre-Black Friday pre-sale.
You know what? This is what I'll do, is I'll play my Game Boy while I'm in line waiting for my Nintendo Switch.
Lovely.
That's what the fuck I'm going to do.
That's how name. So Nintendo, anyone want to give us a little bit of a promo, feel free to drop us a line at Sleepy C and Big D show. Thank you.
Also, we'll be adding other things, Twitter handles, Instagram. You guys are going to want to see the layout that we have here. But that being said, let's touch back on Nintendo again. Just a secondary shout out. I'm definitely interested in playing Zelda.
I mean, it's the same game over. How many times can you play Mario?
100 times, 1,000, Dave. That's how many times. That's how many times.
The same game.
It's
the same game it was.
It's the same look.
1988. Were you even born when it originally came out?
No, but that's besides the fact. Game. I'm an old soul, as many people have told me that are usually
made
older
6
people.
Game consoles.
I feel like they just want to make me feel good about it. It's not the same. It's not the same
How
game.
much often can you play Duck Hunt?
Okay, Duck Hunt is a classic. Are we fighting right now? I'm not even sure what's happening. Are you disagreeing or are we in an argument?
The Nintendo thing gets to me.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Nintendo, so it's not a PlayStation, it's not Xbox, it's Nintendo, and it's not like they come out with new stuff. It's the same stuff, just on this. Just rebrand it?
Can I at least say I'm impressed that you put PlayStation even on a mentionable? Like, this is coming from, for the record, everybody. Big D here is not a fan of PlayStation. In fact, I would go as far to say as he might even loathe the console itself.
I do. I will.
Oh, well, there it is.
Because it's Big Brother Sony. It's a whole other thing that
I'm gonna just
about consoles we can get into, but it's not the time or place. We're
not.
talking
You're right.
about
You're right. I apologize.
The joy of the holidays.
Look at how good you are at reeling us back in.
The Thanksgiving it's like a fishing line.
So
you gotta rip lips.
So we've
no lesbian pun. But as far as getting...
So we've established, though, that neither one of us is going to fucking get up and go Black Friday shopping.
I am definitely not going shopping.
Fantastic. Good. No, I'm glad.
I think I've Cyber Monday maybe by accident. I just happened to buy something and
on that day. Yeah.
And I was like, hey, that was kind of a good deal, but it wasn't.
You know what's even better?
It was free shipping.
What's even better than Black Friday and Cyber Monday is like Prime Day. That's really where it's at.
If you have Amazon Prime.
If you do. Also, advertisement. We like Amazon.
Amazon Prime. You can reach us at Sleepy C and Big D.
I'll put my information. I'll let you know my account number. That way you guys can feel free to funnel in things and just send them directly to me.
Venmo, Zelle, all those things.
Yeah, we're on all of those.
That's another one.
I can even accept money through Facebook, which I think is truly risky, but I've done it already, so it's like, we're fucking already in it now.
It's not like Zuckerberg's going to take anything else. He's already got everything.
Yeah, he doesn't need any more, I don't think. But
I think he's Jewish, so he doesn't celebrate Christmas.
Oh, well, perfect. So then he's not even worried.
So he won't be shopping on Friday.
Yeah, I was just going to say, so he's not even worried about going out shopping and fighting against the masses.
No, he'll be at home selling your credit information.
Perfect. Yeah. Because I fucking linked it with my Facebook account.
Perfect.
Dumbass.
I mean, that's the way it works. I bet you.
I mean, not him, me. I'm a dumbass.
Do you think
but
he's cooking Thanksgiving dinner?
I doubt it.
Right.
I'm sure he has like a maid or a model girlfriend or something that somebody's gonna cook for him.
And he doesn't. And that's probably the same people he sends out for Black Friday.
Not for looks, but for the money.
Oh well. I don't know. I think I would marry him. Black Friday though.
For looks or for money?
For the money.
Okay. Well, that's my fucking point. Everyone
has a price.
Everybody's got a number.
We're all whores.
And sometimes there's not even a number. Sometimes it's just like the being themselves. My wife and I, we have definitely talked about our possible throws with Thor.
I mean, who doesn't? I mean, we've all seen him.
He's gorgeous, right? You'd sleep with him. See, no words. Doesn't even have words.
I need something to wipe my brow.
That's actually drool. He says his brow. It's not sweat on the brow. It's drool from his mouth.
It's from the lips. You're right. But no, I will not be shopping Black Friday. I usually like to shop the day after Christmas because that's where all the real sales are.
It's just like getting chocolate the day after Halloween. That's my favorite. Or Valentine's Day.
I've recently found out that you can really get a good deal on expired milk.
That is a bold and risky dice roll move.
Personally, I don't drink milk, so I buy it for the house.
That is fucking perfect. Oh my God.
And if you rub the letters enough, it'll wear right off. No one will ever know.
Nobody even notices.
Just keep the month.
Oh my God, that's genius. The only reason why I can't play that Russian roulette game that you have is that there are small children in the house that I reside in, so...
Well, it's nice for the children to build up the immune system.
Oh my God. A man of wisdom.
Right.
Are you hearing this? Our listeners that are soon to come, you will find that this podcast, while it is about nothing, we do provide an ample amount of great ideas. For example, I gave some small children the other day the advice that they should not eat the whole chocolate muffin that they received. Save half of it for the morning for breakfast. Genius? I think so. Not everyone would agree, mainly the parents of those children, but the kids loved it. They were just like, oh my God, why didn't I think of that? Because you're not old enough to realize that what you have doesn't last. So make it stretch.
Right, and it's not like Santa's going to bring you some. I mean, why? If anything, you have to leave him cookies. That's a hell of a scam.
Yeah, that's...
This fat fuck is not only
do you have to be good all year and threats about it all year long. Well, if you're not, the fucking fat man coming down the chimney isn't going to give you shit. Except for coal, maybe. Yeah. Which, to be honest, I mean, depending on the type of kid you are, might be the shit you want.
I mean, if you're freezing
I like
Minnesota,
to start fires. I mean, we can all attest to being a little bit of a pyromaniac as a child, right? Everyone went through that. That's not just like a.
Coal is you pressurize coal. That's how you get a diamond. Hello, so yeah. I was probably the best kid on the block.
Yeah, and don't check my house, but I might have a lot of diamends.
Right.
I don't, for the record.
No.
I'm far from having diamonds.
Like,
if
you address towards the end of the site here. That way you
it's
can
go
by and see. Yeah, exactly.
It's really just so that you can try to come to my house and I'll rob you.
Perfect. And that way you have money for Black Friday.
Yes. And, well, as we discussed, it'll actually be for Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday, true.
Or the day after Christmas. Now, how much do you think the kids are going to enjoy that? Like, getting stuff the next day?
See, that's where you have the disadvantage that I don't. Because if I don't have them here, they usually come the following weekend. And I believe Christmas is a Tuesday, so probably not till that Saturday. So I've got 4 days of 50 to 75% off.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
See, we have the kids in-house, which is risky, although I'd say that they're still young enough. You know, the older one is 5. We're kind of pushing it there, but I'd say we still have time to kind of slide it under the table of like, well, it's not actually Christmas Day yet, because he doesn't,
what you do is you take your chocolate calendar and you start late.
And I have chocolate calendars, as you saw. I'm a fan.
Unfortunately,
sometimes I start early.
Eating the chocolate.
Yeah, so well, that was just the one, Dave. I told you they were on a discount.
That's not how it works. You're supposed to start on the first and eat one chocolate a day, not eat all the chocolates in a day. A little confusion.
I had low blood sugar.
That's a new thing. Yeah.
I just recently. I
just recently acquired a low blood sugar, and I need chocolate.
It's part of my diabetic routine that I'm pushing for.
Right. Hey, you want some insulin?
You call it insulin. I call it sugar. It's
right.
Fantastic.
Perfect. So, you're not going to be shopping?
No, I suppose not. Well, who knows? What if I'm just out and about and...
At 4 a.m.?
No, definitely not. I will say, like I said,
You're not planning to do.
I'm not
any
planning to
holiday
do any shopping, but
you may.
if it happens, it happens.
So, in closing, turkey, or Thanksgiving.
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
We're gonna stuff the fuck out of a bird. We're gonna eat that bitch, and we're gonna wash it all down with pie.
Fry it, stuff it, or
put another bird inside of it.
Oven turducken. But do you fry? Do you oven cook? Do you?
I believe
7 different ways now.
I believe it'll probably be served in the oven. Right, you got to come up with new ways. Right. It's like
have you had fried?
Next year it'll just be like tofu that they'll do. And no, I haven't done fried.
Flamethrower?
Like,
you've never had fried turkey?
Like the deep fried? Like they put it in, isn't that like the most fucking risky way to do it? It's like it can blow up. Because the bird's frozen, right?
Correct.
And then you're subjecting it to high intensity heat in a fucking vat of oil.
Right, but you never had it though.
I can't say that I have. Okay. If I had it, it was unbeknownst to me.
So, well, you would know because it would have a fried skin, like a fried chicken taste to it. Mm. But obviously it's turkey.
Like that sunburnt look.
Yeah.
When you go to peel away.
Exactly. Exactly. So you would definitely know it's supposed to make the flavor a little bit, seal the flavor in, not so dry, but
it's still fucking dry because it's still turkey.
No one knows how to cook turkey.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I will say, like, I've had great turkey in my life. Not for my mom.
No.
Not prepared by my mother.
Swanson's TV dinners.
One time, we went to my grandmother's for Thanksgiving. Let me give you a short, brief description on that. For the record, none of my descriptions are short or brief. That's the same word, basically. I used a synonym to say the same thing twice. But
I'm glad that daily calendar is working out for you.
It's fantastic.
Great.
I'm working on it. But we did go to my grandmother's house for Thanksgiving one year. For the record, my grandmother's house, I wish I could give you a visual, but it's about the size of this room that we're in currently, which is like the size of a master bedroom. Maybe. I'll get back to you with some actual realistic measurements.
We'll pull the tape measure out.
Yeah. we're gonna fact check.
Random fact later on.
Yeah, it'll pop in pop. It'll pop in on one of our later podcast episodes. But so real quick though, my grandmother made us a turkey that none of us actually ended up having any of because it wasn't really all that much turkey. And again, the size of the room should be in the back of your mind, okay? But it was my grandmother, who the house is pretty much built just enough for her one self, because at the time she had a 70-inch TV in this small house that she had. It was basically like a studio. You could call it a one-bedroom, kind of. But yes, 70-inch TV, taking up half of the living room. And she prepared this bird. I don't have any recollection of the taste because I don't recall having any of it. But we arrived shortly after my aunt and her, at the time, husband. And he was a larger gentleman. And my mother's boyfriend will attest that he inhaled that whole fucking bird. Which, I mean, when we came, there was mainly carcass left. So I can't say that I disagreed. And what's crazy, too, is that 98% of the time, my mom's boyfriend will not eat anybody's cooking anyways. He'll just fucking get McDonald's on the way, and then that's it, and he doesn't have to worry about it. This is the one fucking time this guy ever wanted to eat actual food prepared in the house, and it was all wiped away clean by my aunt's dude. Really fucked things up, because then he's bitching the whole time, like yelling, and just being a real all-around dick. We'll talk a lot about him. He's a good character to bring back for referencing. But yeah, since then, we've never actually heard the end of that and how my aunt's dude ate the whole fucking turkey, and we didn't get any of it.
So you don't know if it was dry or
Don't
not.
know if it was dry. Don't
fried.
know if it was good. That was the last time I recall my grandmother even trying to prepare a turkey dinner. And since then, like, she's probably pretty fucking upset about it just because, of how much of an asshole my mom's man was at the time. So, understandably, I wouldn't want to fucking cook for anybody else after that anyways. But also, I mean, to be fair, your favorite granddaughter was coming and you didn't save her any turkey, so...
And she knows you love food.
Yeah, and there wasn't any pie. So...
Maybe you're not her favorite.
That's a lie. Like, for sure. Like, I know I'm the favorite.
She didn't save you turkey or pie.
To be fair, I don't think she knew my affection for pie at the time.
Okay.
So, that being said, she probably just assumed that,
Well, she also probably assumed that 18-pound turkey would be enough for
a whole family.
A whole family, right?
And again, I don't know if I gave you the numbers on that, but that was my grandmother, who I said was more than enough, or barely enough room just for her to survive in this home. It was perfect amount of space for her. But we had her, my aunt, her husband, myself, my sister, my mom, and her boyfriend. That's a lot of people.
7 people.
In a fucking small box room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Breathing in each other's exhales. The fucking dude that had the whole turkey just breathing heavily because he's comatose.
He's probably done, yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking KO'd. In fact, they drove out of there shortly after. He didn't drive. He was passenger.
Right.
But, that's an experience. I feel like that pretty much sums up
Your
my Thanksgivings and the way that things would go.
And how long ago was this?
That was probably like at least 7 or 8 years ago.
Oh, and that's your last Thanksgiving experience?
Yep, last Thanksgiving.
Oh, well, now we know why.
And prior to that, I mean, they're really hit or miss anyways, since my great-grandmother passed. It's like nobody really it's like she was like the glue that was like, no, you guys are family, you have to fucking get together. And then since she passed, everyone's like, well, we don't fucking really like each other, right? So we're not going to do this.
We have texting and stuff, so we don't need contact
anymore.
Yeah,
you'll see that I also ate the same thing, and it's like we had it together.
Yeah,
we just watch it and like it.
We can Facebook live stream or something.
Yeah. Or even FaceTime. Yeah, live stream, that'll be perfect.
Oh.
We can see how many people like it, even though, again, we're all eating the same shit.
We're going to share the same thing. Yeah, my turkey's a little bit, more moist than your turkey.
Yeah. That's really the only difference. I had
solid cranberries where you had the canned stuff.
And how good were the deviled eggs? Right. Does it matter? Because I'm going to fucking eat them all anyways.
Amen to that, sister.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm on that boat too.
It's a serious problem.
It's the prep stuff.
Yeah.
The turkey's turkey.
Yeah.
You can get that
it's
any
all
day
all the other things that really culminate together to bring you the best.
Right. It's not family, because that's not the best.
No.
That's usually the worst.
Yes. That's what you have to get through to enjoy the things that you're eating.
So it's a challenge.
Yeah.
You have to get through the
How deserving are you?
Exactly. Can you put up with
how
it?
much can
it's
you
like our own Survivor
withstand?
Once a year.
Yes, it is. That's actually perfect.
And then if it wasn't enough that you saw your family, you have to see them again exactly 30 days later.
30 days later. It's almost like a pre...
and you have to buy them stuff.
It's like a pre-training.
Right. You ate all the turkey, and now I have to buy you a present.
And now I have to get you a present.
Just to show you... That's why they make Black Friday, so you can at least save money on that person.
That present will let you know how much I care about you for the next 365 days.
Correct.
Because that's all you're going to get.
No, well, that's when then you have birthdays.
No. No.
No?
All right,
you
maybe.
Just don't want to, there's maybe. They
I'm
get
cheap.
you. It's the commercial society.
It's the system.
You have birthdays. You have anniversaries.
You know what? Fuck that. You don't even deserve anything on your birthday. Just because you lived another year, your mother deserves something.
That's true.
Unless she didn't cook any fucking dinners for you, like me.
Got it.
And then you don't have to worry about it. It's totally fine.
You know what you get her? You get her
well, you don't give her a fucking easy bake oven, that's for sure.
Well,
She's not
why
gonna
not?
use it.
I mean, that light bulb, if anything, will cause a fire. At this point, 100 watts.
It's a hazard.
You kidding me right now?
Oh my God.
You just got to get her, a subscription to TV dinner monthly or something like that.
Oh no, she'll just send me pictures of things that she would be interested in making if she were interested in making things.
So the gag gift is a cookbook. Never opened.
Never once. Although there is a cookbook that's like an older lady who just swears as she cooks, and she's like, "Stuff this fucking bird," and she's an old broad. Like, I mean, she's hella funny.
It's a cookbook?
It's I don't know if it's a cookbook or if it's a cook along with her. I've seen it on Facebook.
We're gonna have to look into that.
We're definitely gonna have to look this up
like
and maybe play back some.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good. Like it makes me want to cook that shit. And she even says, "Now you're gonna want to cook that shit." And again, she's old, so like.
Well, we don't cook, so if she can get us to cook, then fucking maybe she's a genius.
Then anything is possible, is the way I see it.
Awesome. So Thanksgiving dinner, we're probably just having something that's left over. Black Friday we're not doing.
But also, don't anybody kill anybody out there.
Yeah, so make sure you plan get your maps early.
Have
Walmart
your coffee
and stuff. Yeah, get your coffee. Well,
don't carry weapons on you because that will only increase the odds of using them.
Yeah, and you can probably get them there on sale.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
That is actually even better.
So why bring your own when you can get your own for cheaper?
And I think if it's been used, you may even get a discount.
Bend it, something,
So,
open can policy.
At first, I was against harming others, but now I'm kind of like, if it'll get you better savings, why not?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you did it on purpose. You got shoved into someone. It now becomes self-defense.
Yeah, got to use it for personal space.
Exactly.
Create your own bubble.
Perfect. So we made it through our first episode. How are you feeling?
I feel good. I think this went successfully.
Successfully.
Yes.
You're off these big words. You really need to work on this.
I know. I'm going to have to work on my feminine use, and let's not discuss the fact that I can't say that word.
Cinnamon?
So we'll have to find another word that means that also.
Synonym?
That way I can say it.
Perfect. Well, fantastic. So, again, you can find us at Sleepy C and Big D Show at gmail.com. We hope you enjoy this podcast and look forward to our future ones. Any closing thoughts?
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Thanks for listening.